Over there, that's Craig, and this is what he does. And this is Craig's van, and here's a snippet of what it does. So the modifying world is huge, and when most people want to, you know, look at a car that does so many things like this does, they usually don't go, oh no, I'm going to start with a van.
Well, yeah, I've always had vans though,
so it wasn't a case of choosing the van because you wanted to be like completely different.
No, I've always had vans, and then this one come up, and I thought, yeah, you know, but.
So when you bought it, what was it?
It was in bits. When I bought it, it had no front end, no engine in it, no nothing. So it come up cheap. It was a one-owner van, really clean. So I bought it and thought, right, do you know what? Forget it. We'll just stick a TFSI in it. So
yeah, we'll just stick a TFSI in it because that's what normal people do.
So yeah, well, I don't know. It's to us, it was all right. So, but yeah, Daz wired it. It took him 2 days. He just sat in the engine bay. It took him 2 days to wire it. So,
and he's a lot like me, so he could sit in the engine bay.
Yeah, sitting there.
That's
yeah, but
nice.
without him, it would never have happened anyway because he's the main man for the wiring.
Yeah.
Without him, I mean, he didn't even look at diagrams. He just sat in there with his fucking little solder and this and that.
And just figured it out as he went along. He's like a magician, really.
He is, yeah, he is. And then, yeah, put the engine in, turned it over, started up. A few teething problems, obviously, but other than that, yeah. And then it was what subframe to run, what lower arms to run, what struts to run, what trap rod ends to run. So the first trap rod ends I put on it, it had such a negative camber you couldn't use them. So I then had to change the arms back to Caddy arms because the trap rod ends that fit wouldn't fit in the hubs that fitted the lower arms. So it was a yeah, because it would have been straightforward if I'd have run the standard Caddy subframe, standard Caddy brake, standard Caddy arm, standard Caddy steering rack, but it's not. It's all. It's an Audi TT subframe. It's a Mark 5 GTI rack. It's standard Caddy lower arms. It's VW Sharan alley hubs and alley calipers. But I ended up with loads of parts just spread over the unit and just, right, let me try that.
One at a time, will it fit? Yeah.
So,
trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error. But yeah, I mean, it took about 2 weeks to do, really. And then, yeah, it was on the road. It's been on the road now, well, nearly 2 years.
Amazing. And it's, you know, it's a rolling project. It is a rolling project.
Well, yeah, it's done as in a case of it's finished, but it's just like the back. It was just a van, so we did a rear seat conversion from a Touran, but it's like all the boarding. I need to finish the boarding, a bit of wiring, but well, you're busy all the time doing other people's cars, you just never get around to doing anything.
Yeah, but those are the best kind of projects, something that you can drive, you can enjoy, that does its job, but you're tweaking it. I mean, the thing with the modified world, I think, is that you never really finish.
Yeah, it's about, it's never been really mapped on a dyno properly, but it's 360 plus, so I think it runs at about 375, 380.
Yeah, but it's got that usability factor. You know, some things are very focused. They're about, you know, being used for track or weekends or sunny Sundays only, but this is actually a genuine daily driver.
Yeah, that's why I put the seats in it, because the kids, I mean, we've been on holidays, it is, all around Wales in it, bikes on the roof. Then on the weekend I put the kids' motocross bikes in it, we go motocrossing. So it's Monday morning, fold the seats back up, kids go to school in it.
Yeah.
So
it does everything.
That's what the whole point of it was. It was so I could use it as a van and a family bus. The missus don't like it because it's so loud, and everywhere we go I just want to race. So she kicks off about that all the time.
On private roads?
Yeah, on private roads, yeah. But yeah, it's upset a few cars. I mean, there's been Focuses, Golf R's, S3s. It's, from a standstill, I can't catch them.
That's grip. It's two-wheel drive.
Yeah, there's no traction control. It's manual, no DSG, none of that bullshit launch control. It's me and 3 pedals. But when you come up against the lights, you can't catch them. But on a rolling run from like 40 mile an hour third gear, I mean, I've had to back off because I'm nearly at the back of them. Even my mate's RS3,
It's that RS3, I've been in it, and the way it launches is brilliant. Can't wait to bring it to you.
Well, that's all been mapped up now, so it'll be interesting to see how much quicker it actually is than this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but the
No,
thing
I'm
is,
really
I mean,
looking
I'm
forward
not really, it doesn't really, I mean, it's, I'd love it to be able to launch off the line and that, but the whole point of the van was it to be a sleeper anyway. So when you're coming down the road and somebody's trying to come up your arse and then they can't catch you, it's the shock factor. And a lot of people just like, fair play to you, you know, thumbs up. But then you get other people that won't even talk to you because they've been their 30 grand S3 just got whooped by a fucking 3 grand van with a roof rack on, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
But the kids like it. I mean, they like the popping of the banging of the flames and all that. Well, what happens is if you're in traffic or you're on the, you watch people in the mirror and they look round and look at the back and they're expected to see a massive exhaust sticking out the back because of the noise. But there's not, there's no exhaust, it's just, it's all hidden away. So it is just a sleeper van. But then some people think it's just a Caddy with a loud exhaust.
Is there a big van scene for caddies, that kind of thing?
There is, but as the show and shine shit,
Yeah.
you know, like the big wheels, the air rides, the fancy interiors, I mean, there's a lot of TFSI caddies out there, but a lot of them have just gone the KO3 route because it's out of a Golf GTI, they're cheap to buy. But my mate Steve, he's got that Caddy R in it with a 550 horse Golf R engine in it.
That's a very focused machine though, isn't it?
Yeah, fuel tank in the fuel cell in the back. Can't use it as an everyday car. Well, you can, but not comfortable enough. But that was like 30 grand's worth of van, whereas this was just knocked together out of parts we had laying about the fucking unit. You know what I mean?
Just you know,
yeah,
and maximum respect for that.
But without, like I said, without Daz doing the wiring, the thing would have never gone.
You off to the loo then?
Yeah.
All right. Catch up with you in a minute. Seen the way he walks? It's like a penguin. Okay, I've got a microphone, I'm just holding it. See if you can hear that. It's like...
And that's the effect that this van has on me. It would be entertaining if it was a hatchback, and let's face it, to drive that's the only thing we can really compare it to. But then you remember what you're in and the whole thing just makes me giggle. It has got one foot very firmly in the old school, the 90s, that kind of era, the heyday for the hatchback. It's got lift off oversteer, no driver aids, it's a manual, it's quite involving. Okay, it doesn't quite have their intimacy. Audi TT subframe in combination with the Mark V Golf GTI rack has been tweaked to maximise the steering weight, so it's got a nice confident feel to it. Along with those old school hatchback characteristics, there's new influence too. It's a relatively modern van. The Audi seats are fantastically comfortable. I spent hours in this van and it's genuinely, hand on heart, rides better than the new Golf GTI. It is low, so there's definite compromises to be made. The exhaust is loud, for me, all part of the experience. Ultimately, it's unique and it does many things very, very well, which means no matter what sporting practical car you drive, this van is a better car than your car.
press play. Right. Who the fuck is a penguin? Little bitch.
Yeah, it's been a good day.
Yeah. What's that noise? Have a look.
What noise?
Don't know that. Have a look. Have a look.
Have a look where?
And the back. I think it's the back tyre. Have a look your side.
Oh yeah, sure. But on this side?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Shut the door and all. It's free.
Rear tyre. Let's have a look. What? Where you going?
Charlie, climb over. Let's go. Call me a penguin.
You got my phone and my keys and my sweets. I mean, do you think maybe? I think he saw the penguin footage. It's got my jacket.